How evil can you truly be in Cyberpunk 2077? This is something I really wanted to find out, so in my last playthrough, I strove to make every bad decision in the game to see just how much of a jerk we can be. What's up everyone, Big Dan here, and in this video, we're gonna dive into the worst playthrough ever of Cyberpunk 2077.
To being filthy rich.
Filthy rich legends.
Speaking of earning big rewards, today's video is sponsored by Ipsos Ice. Last year, companies across the globe spent $81 billion on market research, and your opinion is valuable, which is where today's sponsor comes into play. Ipsos Ice is a survey-based company that can help you turn your opinion into gift card rewards that you can use to shop at your favorite brands, and it's so simple to use. After setting up your account, all you have to do is take part in quick surveys and answer simple questions to start earning rewards. There are so many gift cards to choose from, such as Amazon, PayPal, and my personal favorite, Visa debit cards. I completed some surveys in my spare time and was able to earn enough rewards to pick up Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty without dipping into my own wallet. And you can do the same by signing up for Ipsos Ice for free today. So what are you waiting for? Click on the link in the description to start earning rewards with Ipsos Ice right now. Big shout out to Ipsos Ice for sponsoring this video. Creating a truly evil bastard starts in character creation, and staying in line with my tradition of creating bald protagonists for my worst playthroughs, I present you with V. I can be your hero, baby. This time around, I decided to go with a female protagonist. You know, to make this playthrough a bit more inclusive. Can't have all the bad guys be guys now, can we? Act 1 in Cyberpunk is pretty straightforward and doesn't provide a whole lot of opportunities for mayhem outside of the pickup and one particular decision during the heist. For the pickup, I decided to resolve things with Royce peacefully by paying him twice out of pocket.
You'll pay twice because I say you'll pay twice. Alright, you want the flathead? I better see some eddies.
Got the scratch. Be chill.
This is the worst outcome for this quest because we lose a bunch of early game eddies and combat experience, as well as any opportunity to get a unique weapon and romantic encounter with Meredith Stout. Plus, we'll have to shoot our way out of the Maelstrom Club later in the game during our quest to get Samurai back together. As for the heist, our first hiccup happens right at the reception desk, where T-Bug has to step in to prevent our cover from being blown.
Perfect. I'll go ahead and notify Taki-san of your arrival.
Shit, no good. Not part of the plan. Talk her up, V. Stall. What the hell, V? I said stall.
Hello, this is the reception desk. Apologies for any disturbance.
Stevie Shaviro, assistant to Taki-san. How can I help you?
I'm in the process of checking in a Mr.
Victorino. Good, he's arrived. Please send him upstairs immediately. What the hell, V? I said stall. Do I gotta do everything?
Sorry, I just blanked.
Trust me, I'm a professional merc. This job is gonna be easy as paella. Right, Jackie?
This is going pretty smooth, right? Right? Telling you. It's downhill from here on in. Oh, shit.
Jackie, you're bleeding!
But she'll be get out alive. Hold on to it. For me.
The wells has passed. Where shall I take his remains?
At this point, we'll send Jackie's remains to Vic's clinic, which definitely won't bite us in the ass later. So let's speedrun the beginning of Act 2. Dex betrays us, Takemura saves us, and now we've got a digital construct in our head populated by Keanu Reeves.
I'll take control. I'll find a way. You hear me?
Act 2 is where V can really come into her own and start making some of the worst decisions possible. Let's focus on the main story first, followed by major side quests, and finish up with the ending of the game. Our first order of business is tracking down Evelyn Parker, the mastermind behind our failed heist. We link up with our new companion Judy and track leads to Clouds and a shady Ripper Doc clinic. I'm a big Judy stan, and this was the first ever playthrough where I was openly antagonistic to her. The dialogue is a bit surprising.
Listen, if you don't know where she is, just tell me. I don't have time for verbal volleyball. You know or not?
All right, enough. Get lost.
What are you even doing here, Judy?
Same thing as you. Looking for Evelyn.
Mean to say this whole time you knew Evelyn wasn't at Clouds?
Who do you take me for? Why would I lie about something like that?
Because you don't trust me.
You're right, I don't. But that doesn't make me a liar. Never did tell me why you're looking for her.
What? You mean
How do I know you won't be any worse than whatever's going on in there?
Constance Da Vinci, Pickman, and Maplethorpe?
Doubt it's the best time to discuss this.
Right about that. Should have just told me when I asked you the first time.
After threatening to beat up a doll, we finally get some information from a couple of stand-up guys, Woodman and Fingers. Of course, V gets chummy with both these guys. We finally rescue Evelyn from an illegal brain dance outfit, and is now a bad time to ask about the biochip?
Thank God. Evelyn, you hear me?
Hey, Evelyn. I need you to tell me who hired you.
Seriously, V? You gotta do this now?
Our next lead takes us to Voodoo Boys' turf in Pacifica. In order to speak with their leader, V has to scope out the Netwatch operation in the Grand Imperial Mall. Our big choice in this quest is whether to side with Voodoo Boys or Netwatch. Neither one is particularly great, but I see Netwatch as the lesser of two evils in this scenario. So naturally, the worst V will side with the Voodoo Boys instead. And of course, they betray her.
I held up my end of our deal. Your turn. Before you pass through that wall, I want Johnny's psyche removed.
We will not pass through. You will take the code to the other side.
The Voodoo Boys send us packing with nothing to show for it, aside from our new contact with Alt Cunningham. And Placide sends us a friendly text. Watch out for your back. Nice guy, huh?
Got a feeling we're not gonna become best friends.
Next up, we gotta track down Anders Hellman, and for this job, we need the help of the nomad Panam Palmer. Panam will ask for help getting her vehicle back from a scammer named Nash, and if we're a good friend, we can even help her settle the score. But V isn't a good friend.
A Nash hunt wasn't part of our deal.
Only because I thought he would show up in Rocky Ridge.
But he didn't. Might not even be in their hideout.
I know he's there, V. That Raffin cheated me. I can't just let it go. I can't. Do you really not understand that?
No, not what we agreed.
Are you joking? Tell me you are, please.
Not about to risk everything to settle a score that isn't even mine.
You don't get it. This is more than
No,
just—
Panam. Nash made a fool of you, I get it. But don't try and make one out of me. We hand the goods off to 6th Street, then set up the Hellman grab. That was our deal.
She still holds up her end of the bargain, but Hellman ends up being a dead end, so it's time to link up with Goro to try and meet Hanako. After skipping out on the recon, we roll up to Arasaka Industrial Park to sneak in and hack Hanako's float. But hey, I used to work at Arasaka, so I can just bluff my way inside, right?
Hey, shouldn't be here. These are corporate premises.
Maybe people could look the other way. Maybe Eddie's could change hands.
What the hell are you talking about?
Just wondering how much it'd cost for you to turn a blind eye, if you catch my meaning.
Well, just a sec. I need to ask my boss. Calling all squads. Got a situation at Gate B. Affirmative. Standing by. You got one last chance to get the f*** out of here.
Well, don't worry. I could still sneak inside like a ninja. 1 minute later.
You really?
Reloading!
You are truly bad.
On site!
Yes, I heard. You are to be quiet.
Things didn't go exactly as planned.
I will try to distract them. You run to the front.
After almost getting flatlined, we head to the funeral parade to execute Takemura's plan. We'll take out Hanako's security and snipers before going face to face with Oda. Once he's defeated, we can decide to spare...
I'm sorry, Oda.
No,
brought this on yourself, too.
No, you didn't have to.
Takemura's plan predictably goes sideways, and he kidnaps Hanako before he and V rendezvous at a nearby apartment complex. Goro tells us to knock 4 times, and yeah, I get it, buddy. Goro really don't play around. After reloading a save and making our pitch to Hanako, Yorinobu's men swoop in to attack us. We can potentially save Takemura during this sequence, but RV only looks out for number 1.
Takemura! Can't leave him back there!
Forget him, guy's toast. Unless you want to wind up like him.
Damn shame you didn't believe me earlier. Goro might have still been alive, had you?
If you invoke his name, remember he did everything for this conversation to happen.
At this point in the game, we unlock Johnny's quest line. I was initially considering skipping out on his quest because I wanted to have the worst relationship with him possible, but if I did that, I would be missing out on a bunch of other relationships that we can destroy, like Rogue and Kerry. So I decided to push things forward for the sake of causing the most mayhem. But first, let's talk about our companions River, Panam, and Judy. We first meet River Ward during our investigation into the death of Mayor Lucius Rhine. River will eventually ask us for help in tracking down his missing nephew Randy, who was kidnapped by a local creeper named Anthony Harris. We initially agree to help River, but after seeing all the mines outside Mr. Harris's compound, V makes a run for it and leaves River to deal with his own problems. I'm sure he'll be fine on his own, right?
Poor bastard. You just left him. Yeah, I did.
For some reason, this conversation with Johnny did not trigger when I failed River's quest this time around, but I did pull up to snap some selfies next to our deceased NCPD buddy. Panam's quest only goes marginally better than River's. At least she ends up surviving the mission, but the same can't be said for Saul, the Aldecaldo's leader who Panam asks us to rescue. After abandoning Panam on the road, she sent this rude text to V. Saul is dead. I hope someone goes out and breaks your trust like you did mine. Don't ever try to contact me or any of the Aldecaldos. For your own good. Bitch. Come on, take a chill pill, Panam. Despite how mean we were to Judy throughout the game, she still asked for V's help since we technically did help her find Evelyn. But she probably shouldn't have done this because her plan to liberate Clouds from Tiger Claw's control ends up backfiring after Maiko gets into the mix. But before the final showdown, we also have the opportunity to take revenge on Woodman. But just like Panam with Nash, V denies Judy's request.
No point bothering about him.
Bothering about him? Who knows how many people he's treated like Evelyn? How many more he has lined up? Just gonna let him get away with that?
I don't want to kill him. Won't. Sorry, but you can't ask that of me.
On the fateful day of our encounter with the Tiger Claws, Maiko betrays Judy and reveals her plan to take over Clouds for herself. We can either side with Judy here or... who am I kidding? Maiko, take it away.
With your permission.
Over my dead body. We were gonna get rid of him.
Am I to understand these as your conditions?
V, you gotta take him down.
Hiromi's gotta go.
So I have been told. And what then?
Maiko will make sure you receive a steady flow of funds in exchange for full autonomy. She'll continue running things as she has run them till now. But from now on, it'll be official.
Maida-san?
I have nothing to add.
After helping her out, Maiko rewards us for our efforts, which is the straw that breaks the camel's back for old Judy.
Thanks, V. First transfer from Cloud's new manager coming your way.
You blackmailed the leaders of one of Night City's most powerful gangs. Really think you'd have come out the other end alive if I hadn't been there?
Fine. I'll give you double. But that's my final offer.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. I know what a well-performed service is worth.
The hell did you do, V? You just stood there and watched her play us? As if that wasn't enough. You took her eddies, too.
Changes this big need to come gradually. Revolution always sounds great in theory. The Night City is about wheeling and dealing.
That's where you and I differ. For you, it's about profit. For me, it's about the people.
First casualties of revolution? Revolutionaries. Bring anarchy to Clouds and it'd go to shit. Everybody'd wind up in the street.
Bullshit! You're just spewing words now, V. You took her eddies, so the sitch is clear, cut, and dried for me. You're a merc. She's a soulless, conniving bitch, and I'm a sorry-ass gonk.
Well, then. See ya, Judy.
Later in the game, Judy will send us a handful of texts, cutting all ties with us before blocking our phone number. During Jefferson Peralez's questline, we learn of a nefarious plot to mind control the mayor and his wife. Johnny suspects the culprit is a rogue AI, so it would be a really bad thing for an AI to have the mayor in its pocket. And we definitely want to let him know about this threat, right? Nah, we'll just lie to him.
Strange as it may sound, don't got much.
There's gotta be something. You didn't find any hard evidence?
He's fucked, V.
Speaking of AIs, the self-driving taxi fleet network Delamain will hire us to resolve problems with some of its rogue children. The finale of the quest involves a major choice of what to do with the AI network as it's melting down. We can either destroy the memory core and liberate the rogue AIs, merge them with the Delamain core, or make the worst decision by resetting and wiping out the sentient rogue offshoots.
Piece of shit.
Delamain?
I'm delighted to welcome you to your first Delamain experience. How might I assist you?
It's me, V.
A pleasure to meet you, V. Are you familiar with the benefits of our Excelsior plan?
Don't remember me, do you?
Of course I know who you are. According to my data archive, you're the contractor who purged my system of the virus. Well done, contractor.
Damn shame. Come on, Johnny. No rest for the wicked. Take care, Del. Guess we gotta start from scratch.
Speaking of depressing moments, Barry is a depressed former cop living in a nearby apartment in V's complex. His two NCPD buddies tell us to look in on him, and if we don't take much of an interest in Barry's problems, things don't end particularly well for him.
Mendez, it's too late. He can't hear you.
Your genes were fine, Barry. You were the strongest son of a bitch I knew.
What rhymes with Barry? Garry the Prophet, our main conspiracy man who hangs out in a van down by the river, or more like a mattress next to Misty's shop. After spitting facts about the Aldecaldos, his life will be in danger by two angry nomads, which is a great time for V to intervene.
You can break my bones, but you cannot stop the pursuit of truth!
I've had enough of this guy. Last thing we need is this level of crazy staying on the streets. F him up. Maybe that'll teach him a real lesson.
Shit talk nomads, and that's what you get.
We try bringing Garry to Vic's clinic afterwards, but sadly, the Ripper Duck can't save him. V also can't save Johnny's relationship with Rogue. After a heart-to-heart at Johnny's grave site, we promise the rocker boy to set up a date with Rogue, only to bail on her at the drive-in shortly after arriving. Rogue, of course, doesn't take this well, sending V an angry text message afterwards. That's the last time I let Johnny Silverhand stand me up, or maybe that thing with the movies was all just a practical joke from the get-go. Hope you two got a good laugh at my expense. Don't ever let me see or hear from you ever again. So I guess that means we can't count on her to break into Arasaka Tower, huh? Before meeting up with Hanako, V decides to wrap up a few more odd jobs for various clients throughout Night City. The musician Lizzy Wizzy asks us to snoop on her boyfriend, who she suspects is cheating on her. The truth, however, is much more nefarious. He is actually planning to make a backup copy of her personality without her knowledge. But funnily enough, if you manage to stumble upon Liam before reviewing the security footage, you'll actually miss this detail. V can still bribe Liam for his silence, but you won't really know why. Johnny even stops us for a chat, hinting to the player that there is more than meets the eye, but we don't listen.
Guy's cheating. Bet my life.
Don't know. I mean, he's up to something, no doubt. But that back there, that was about something else.
Yeah, minor deeds. Either way, she better keep away from him.
She might not take you at your word.
Uh-huh. That's why I gotta clep the security cam footage.
You could still watch the footage after talking to Liam, but if you only download it without viewing it, then V won't have the option to reveal the truth.
Got some intel on Liam.
And? Is it what I thought?
It looks that way. Caught him in the VIP room with some chick. Ordered champagne.
And? What did they talk about?
Can't say. Don't think they talked for long, though.
It's not much, but it's enough.
V's next gig involves driving a clown into Chinatown to confront the Tiger Claws. But right before we arrive, I accidentally got into a battle with the cops, so V fled the scene, leading to a mission failure and an angry text from Ozob the Clown. Nice work, V, and by nice, I mean a travesty. I'll make sure folks in the city hear about it. After letting down Ozob, V resolved not to fail our next client, Bill Jablonski. But after Bill gets ganked by the 5-0, V takes matters into her own hands and executes the hit on the target, which cuts us off from some of the most interesting side quest chains in the game.
Job with Jablonski. It's done. Stephenson's in a better place now.
And? Think anything of it?
Professionals don't sit around and think. They do.
Well said, V. Eddies are on their way.
This next scene is actually a bit too graphic to include on YouTube, but do you remember the Flaming Man whose implant is malfunctioning earlier in the game? Well, if you actually refuse to drive him to a Ripper dock, then the bottom half of his body basically explodes right in front of you. It's a little bit too gruesome, so I don't want to risk getting the video restricted, but try it out for yourself sometime. I really didn't expect that ending. Our last order of business is helping out Kerry stick it to his manager and a group of K-pop ladies. The plan is to sneak into their green room at one of their concerts and have a little chat with them.
Who the f*** are you?
Guy you robbed.
Carrie Uridine. Carrie's son?
I ain't your son. This ain't a meet and greet either. V?
You will do what he says. Now! And then you'll forget he was ever here.
This stunt ends up backfiring on Kerry as the K-pop ladies file a restraining order against him.
No occasion. Wipes from us cracks screwed me over. Still want to do the cover. Even had their lawyers send me a restraining order! Can you imagine? Like I'd even want to breathe the same air as them.
This leads to one of the saddest moments, linking up with Kerry in a completely empty club. Usually this scene is populated by a joint press tour with Kerry and Us Cracks, so the alternative is just sad. But V was feeling the vibes with Kerry, so she decided to make her move.
I'll even protect you from yourself.
Sorry, V, I like you lots, but we just ain't going anywhere.
No worries. Sorry. Never mind.
Kerry still invites us along for a boat ride, but at this point, V has perfected the Irish goodbye, diving into the ocean before never seeing Kerry again. Preem. Thanks for abandoning me, but whatevs, I'll manage. At this point, it's time to get to the ending. After meeting with Hanako, passing out in the elevator, and waking up at Victor's clinic, V decides to take her only option, going along with Hanako's plan. This part was kind of funny too, because when Johnny asks V to make a few final goodbye phone calls, there is no option to call anybody, because we'd already burned those bridges.
You know, should call anyone you want to say goodbye to.
Worst case scenario. That what you expect?
No, but whatever you decide, risk's gonna be high. If things don't go our way.
Nah, not really my style. Goodbyes.
You do you.
Think it's worth taking a chance on Arasaka.
Got a feeling you're gonna regret this decision. And the moment that dawns, I won't be there to help.
Wait, is that an Arasaka stretch?
That's right.
They killed Jackie, and now you're working for them?
Think you might be out of line, Hellman. Hanako appointed you my chauffeur.
What am I? Your chauffeur? I didn't agree to this.
Backup will get here in seconds.
Hell.
Preem, Hellman. Now what was it you said about acting natural?
Oh, piss off!
You, me, and Hellman makes 3. Actually, 2.5.
Oda would be here if you had not.
It was him or me, Hanako.
Before meeting with the Arasaka board of directors, we get to link up with an engram of our old Choomba Jackie Wells. After sending his body to Vic's clinic, Arasaka confiscated him and hid his lifeless corpse with Soul Killer, extracting this hollow shell of a man.
Chica! Finally! Mama told me things come to those who wait. Some are even good.
Jackie, it's really you.
Not bad being heir to the Arasaka Empire.
Remember anything about what happened?
Hit the major leagues, chica. Running with Dex. Badass black Jesus of the afterlife. A heap of Bartley gold-plated cool. Not bad, eh?
We have to solo Adam Smasher and decide to spare his life since he seems like not that bad of a guy. For our efforts at bringing down Yorinobu, we get sent to a clinic in space, leading to one of the most insufferable epilogues I've ever played. I feel like CDPR really punishes the player with this strung-out gameplay sequence to make you reflect on your poor choices. Eventually, after trashing the room, Anders Hellman shows up to tell us we're still dying. We're given our final choice of the game: return to Earth to die free, or sign ourselves over as corporate property in the Arasaka Secure Your Soul program. I think we all know how this thing ends.
It's no easy decision, I know. You should think it through carefully.
Want to live.
As do most. There's no point in delaying. We can begin immediately.
So there you have it. I made every bad choice in Cyberpunk 2077 so you don't have to. I hope to extend this playthrough with the Phantom Liberty DLC sometime this fall. So let me know if you're looking forward to seeing the Bald Menace get unleashed on Dogtown. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to Big Dan Gaming for more Cyberpunk and RPG videos. Big shout out to all the channel members for supporting my content. Until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.